custom woodworking, the fastest growing, what would we call it, woodworking rentals, everything to do with wood on the internet site. Now, with that said, I'm here, like for a lot of people, like it's not really a tool review. I've done 2 reviews on these 2 saws. It's about which one is right for me, because they're so similar. Like you got the DeWalt and you got the Bosch over there. You know, the one you've seen, like can go tight on the wall and doesn't need much room. What it would be the best way to describe it would be how, like it's like when you start getting into woodworking, get more detail, these saws become like your right arm. They're attached to you. Everything goes through this shop, gets cut maybe 5, 6 times. Sometimes one piece of wood that you end up like using that's like this, it could have been cut about 5, 6 times. So they become very, very important. Now, I'm going to tell the difference, and I'm going to go finish some of this inlay, and I'm going to be going to both saws, because like they're kind of close. One has it set up with a jig over there, the other doesn't. Now the first thing you'll notice is get your earphones, get your rings, watches, anything on your hand, take it off for safety. It distracts you. Make sure anything is locked at all times. Like I'm giving basics setup 101. Now the big thing is this. When you start this, like it has like muscle memory, watch my hand. Now, you see that, it kind of gives you a little jolt, like right away, like, because my hand goes there. Like I kind of go up and I know. On the Bosch, it has a smoother start, and I haven't figured out why. Like, watch my hand. It's a little smoother on that. All right. Now, like I said, if it's my first saw, and I've documented this in a lot of my videos, and I'm going to show you. Like, for me, I like cutting baseboard like this straight up. I don't like putting a bevel and trying to go there. So I like going like this. The Bosch can't do 5 inches without hitting the top there. I don't know what it is. Something to do with the arbor right in the back here. You can kind of see here. But the DeWalt can. So that's why this saw goes with me on installs, or like right now, I don't feel like setting up the other one because I got the other piece there and I got the stops going, so I'm just kind of going back and forth. That's the big thing that you got to ask yourself, will I be cutting 5-inch baseboard, or if I like to cut 5-inch up vertically? So if you don't have the luxury like me, I can just, well, I like that. That's a little smoother, the Bosch saw. I find it just a little smoother. Where I notice it, the big thing is when I get tired. Like when I start cutting these things, and you're just doing the cuts over and over, and then sometimes it feels like you're going through quicksand at the end, you know, because it's just a little harder to push down. That's a lot smoother. Like the Bosch is way smoother. The other thing here, probably if you have a garage and you have small kids around or whatever, I like having that higher. And I'm going to be honest with you. Look at that. Like you got to have that kid about 12 years old to hit that. But it does have a safety stop here, right up here. Like I disabled it. I just jammed in a piece of wood because I got tired of pushing it in. But you have a safe. That means I can't start it unless I put my finger there. On DeWalt, you don't have that. So you would, I guess if you had a home workshop, have your own panel, and maybe make sure you have that turned off and have a key if you have kids, you know, because I mean, you know, it might scare most kids, but they went there and they panicked or something, and they wanted to show, oh, I'm going to show my little friend how, how good I am over woodwork. I'm like my dad. So I say the Bosch wins. All right, don't go past this video. Just go spend the money or get a Roby or any of the other. Look for that safety lock and try to get locks with keys on your major equipment and turn the power off. That's it. But if you're like me and you don't have kids anymore, they're long gone, then let's go do some work and see how we're going to make out here. I have a stop set up for those little pieces because they have to be exact, and then you can see they're very tiny. And if you have a cheap saw that wobbles, you're not cutting those. It's just gonna be a nightmare. So it's nice and smooth. I go up and down. I have no problem with the Bosch. I love the Bosch for that. Now, you see how I bent over right there on that saw? That's because it's lower. You're kind of like looking at your head. But the Bosch is, just an easier saw to operate all day. And that's the big difference between the two. I really noticed DeWalt at the end of the day that's hard to push through. It's kind of coming down now. It's the end of the day. And, I've had both saws for, several years. And I do try to make a living with these saws. And that's the optimum word. You're not getting rich doing this business, and I'm not going to lie. Now, what I like about one versus the other, I like that one better for the shop. Like my dust collector is not connected there; it's just going in the back, easy to clean. When it builds up with dust with this thing, you got the tracks. Is it a little better? Like when I pull out, I don't know. I'm kind of like, you're trying to reach right now, I'm trying to drag out this video, but I gotta honestly say, I don't think you can go wrong with either one. It's okay, here it goes. Who wins? If I had only one to buy and I'm on a desert island or take with me, who's gonna win? I'm gonna go for it. My hand's gonna switch and I'm gonna say it's a tie, slight favor for DeWalt. Yeah. DeWalt is just because of that 5 inches. And Bosch is saying that. Deal with the 5 inches with your arbor because that sucks. You can't cut it vertically. And somebody might say, well, what are you talking about, Kevin? Look at my other videos and you'll see. And look around. It's because, why don't other people know it's because of you? It's because we use cheap MDF molding at 4 inches, little baby stuff. But you really start to notice when you're cutting something like this. So I give it for that, for the bushings, not having the bushings to deal with, because I don't know if that could be problematic. The 5 inches, I give it for that. For compact, I haven't taken this one. Apparently this is a real pig to take to job sites. This one's heavy too. So I don't know about taking it. I just gotten so used to this. So the thing is, like I said, I'm going to say it again, because I said it 3 minutes ago, or 5 minutes ago. If you have kids, get the Bosch, or get safety features. Get your panel locked, that you can only use it, or whatever, because the kid could just come up here like this. And they're not going to be careful. And if they made a cut, let's say like this, they wouldn't understand putting it to the fence. They just want it to be like that. Oh man, they're just, that thing's gonna just, it's gonna scare the shit out of them. Probably scare them if they had this started. But for the soft start and cutting all day, that means making all these cuts, because my day's almost over. Hands down, I give it to the Bosch. The Bosch, less fatigue, But for the workhorse, and I know I'm going to depend on it, it's just a DeWalt. So, thank you for watching. This was a quickie. I mailed it in. I'm going to show the rest of the door next week, and I got a lot of other cool stuff. on the wall unit, because the wall unit's turning into entertainment center and a half. So please subscribe. We're halfway there to getting money. What it is with 1,000, I'm going to start getting paid, and I might get 1 cent per video. Like I'm not going to get rich doing this, but I'd like to continue showing good content and showing cool stuff. I believe we have the most unique website because we're not afraid of buildings. We love buildings. We love going floor to ceiling and putting in all these amazing things. So please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.